We've got another teaser, baby. So the chapter 9.5 for Limbus Company called Twining Threads, the Intervallo event. Oh, I don't think I've ever been so hyped for an Intervallo event in my life. Because of where they left off Canto 9, I'm desperate for this freaking Intervallo at this point. I'm desperate. So they've done a teaser. We're going to watch it. Let's go. Please, my boy Greg, please show him at least being remotely okay. Then it's not gonna be. They love him being in pain, but I have to hope. Oh, I've got a cold, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm voice cracking. Anyways, let's dive in. Ooh, lesser painters are such mediocrites when they fail to recognise. Okay, they do little beyond painting to hell reflects in their eyes, they call the shadows. Oh! Ooh! Oh! Okay, I love the music. Ooh. Wow, that looks good. Hang on. Okay, bitch. Is that it? Oh, there wasn't even a hint of Gregor in there. Oh, God. But there are some very interesting things that this implies. We'll go through it. We're going to talk about it lore-wise because, oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's go through this and go through exactly what's being said. So it looks like she's like walking through a hall, and we know, this is going to be spoilers for Canto 9, by the way, we know that Ryoshu's memories basically got, I don't want to say messed with, erased. You know, she remembers aspects of the last canto, but basically, like, a lot of it is a blur. Like, she didn't really remember much by the end. She didn't really remember Araya. Obviously, we know that she's essentially like a human incinerator, like, you know, of the memories and everything. Sorry, my voice is horrendous today. But yeah, so we know there's aspects of that. So these seem to be paintings of some of the memories that she's had throughout. And obviously, and this says, lesser painters are such mediocrites that they fail to recognise the beauty that lies in the grotesque. That definitely feels like something the Ring would say. They do little beyond the painting, the hell reflected in their eyes, and call their shallowness hell's beauty. Yeah, I think this is going to be the Ring. And look, we can see this is some of her previous memories, because that's her in the previous Intervallo. Like, there's little shots of her with some of her things. And then this, that she's like stroking very fondly, listen closely, is the image of her with all of the leaders of each of the factions of the Fingers, the Nurse Fathers basically, and all of them have been erased. Because I think, did they all die by the end? I think literally they all pretty much died by the end, didn't they? I believe. Listen closely, because I won't afford you another long-winded lesson. And the really interesting thing was something that Rian said when he was about to die, was he was saying that she's basically not safe anymore, because essentially her being under the Nurse Fathers essentially lent her this thing of security that now she doesn't have, and there's like an event that was going to happen. So I wonder if that's going to be linking to this. But obviously, as you can see, all these memories have been kind of going into, there you go, this kind of box that's like locked. So maybe it's less that the memories were erased and more that they've been kind of suppressed for now. And I wonder if this is going to kind of be her getting these memories back. And as you can see, she's kind of tearing away at this kind of seal. So it could be that potentially in this Intervallo, it's about her regaining the memories of what's happened. Your art is an overcomplicated pile of definitions buried under symbols caked in patchworks of empty shells. Yeah, and as you can see, the like jigsaw pieces of her trying to fit this back together again. This Intervallo is 100% about her regaining memory. It has to be. And with the colour scheme, it kind of seems to me that this could be about Araya, because she does mention Araya, I believe. Like there is something that implies that she does remember Araya as something that she cared about, but her sword scabbard is also called Araya, so she could just be referring to that. And obviously with the way this is moving, it's really reminding me of like the Dehua star. So what I'm thinking is this might be implying that it's about her regaining the memories of Araya. You and your art both talk too damn much. Excess is easy, anyone can do it. Yeah, and like with the colour scheme and stuff, I reckon this is about her trying to remember Araya. The hard part is making it succinct. Ooh, I love this image. It looks so freaking cool. The hard part is an art of abbreviation, which obviously that's definitely Ryoshu speaking. So to me, this kind of looks like more the Dehua star kind of sign of things, and maybe this is the Ryoshu side, and this is them kind of being tied together by these like threads that link them together through the past. So yeah, I'm thinking this is potentially going to be an intervallo about Ryoshu trying to regain the memories, because as you can see, this is like the red thread, and then it becomes all kind of broken down here. And so if this is the Ryoshu side of things and this is the Araya side, then this is obviously, when it's come to here, maybe this is meant to represent the sword, that this is kind of all broken down. But I reckon from the sounds of things and from the way they were speaking, it's going to be maybe someone higher in the ring wanting to get her back, because obviously she, you know, they now know the full extent of her powers. They obviously are going to think they're quite powerful because they've taken down multiple nurse fathers. So yeah, I reckon this is absolutely going to be them trying to get Ryoshi's memories back. But also it did say in the description in the live stream that it was also going to be about Hohenheim looking at Sinclair and Gregor. So I wonder if Gregor is still not going to be playable. I reckon he won't be playable in this intervallo, but it'll either be something right at the beginning or right at the end. And yeah, I reckon we won't be able to actually play him again for a while. Like, I think he's just going to be like unplayable, off the team for a bit. I do wonder if this is going to link to why we need to go to N Corp, although it does look like we have a second intervallo that kind of has Mersault and is based around that. So I wonder whether or not either we'll get Gregor back playable in this intervallo, or in the second intervallo, and Hohenheim will be kind of looking at Gregor in the background of this, like, of the scenes, and we'll get a couple of scenes. But I think this is very much going to be about tidying up Ryoshu's story and establishing where she's going to be going next as a character, which they usually do at the end of the canto. But obviously this was such a long canto, I can kind of see where they're kind of giving an intervallo to give her a bit more story time, and then the next intervallo will be setting up Mersault's story. But I am curious, because obviously we know that Herman and the group are going to be there in the next intervallo, because all that has essentially, it's like the end of the canto was setting all this stuff up. I do wonder whether or not that's going to tie into Gregor and what's happening with Gregor as well, because it feels like Canto 9 was definitely a setup for the furthering of the story with Gregor, with Rhodia, with Sinclair, and Herman's group too. So yeah, I'm so excited for the full trailer next week, though. I'm so excited. But yeah, it definitely seems like this feels like a conversation that Ryoshu is having with maybe like someone higher up in the ring. And essentially Ryoshu just kind of being like, yeah, you guys talk too much. Like, the art of abbreviation, which she obviously does, is just so much smoother, and that she's going to try and like bring these fragmented memories back together. But I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited for this. It's going to be great. It's going to be good. I can't wait. And I do wonder, because obviously they've done 2 books, like the author did 2 books that Ryoshu's referenced to. I wonder whether or not this is meant to represent one of those books a bit more. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm definitely very fascinated to find out. So yeah, I guess obviously a big part of the story, and one of them is about like cutting the thread and falling into hell, and I wonder if this is going to be the story about Ryoshu building herself back up out of that again. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm excited. Let me know your thoughts. Sorry for the voice. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this teaser. Are you hyped for it? Are you excited for next week? Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, where's my boy Craig? Where's my boy Craig? If you want to see more Project Moon content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got plenty on the channel. We've currently just started a playthrough of LobCorp as well. So yeah, if you want to see that, don't forget to check it out. Thank you for watching, guys. And yeah, I'm going to go and cry, because now I'm going to have to wait a week to see the full trailer.